It's Friday Night Writes with the Stop Writing Alone community. I'm Nicole Rivera, and I'm here every single week sharing prompts, exercises, and writing prompt parties for you to be inspired for the whole weekend through. Come on in, bring your notebook, your laptop, or whatever it is you want to write with, because as soon as we get started, you'll be inspired to start scribbling away your weekend. Thanks for coming, and enjoy your Friday Night Writes. Hey everybody, it's me, Nicole Rivera from the Stop Writing Alone podcast, and here on the MV Rivera YouTube channel and Friday Night Writes, sharing all different types of writing prompts and exercises with you all year long. This week is the third week of the month of May, so we're looking at a creative nonfiction writing exercise, and I wanted to go back to basics. I'm here in a bedroom, sitting on a bed with lots of loose leaf and my big pens, and I'm feeling very much like the beginnings of how I used to write. And I've been thinking a lot lately about how if we return to the basics of the things that we did when we were first starting to learn to write, but we come to them with a more experienced mind and practice, we can get a completely new experience. So about a year or two ago, my friend Jess Hauser, who hosts a Twitter chat every single Wednesday night, I think it is, Writer Life Chat on, I want to say it's at 8 p.m. Eastern, but I'll put the details in the show description. She's a middle school teacher, but she's also a writer, and she was telling me about the Where I'm From poem template. And I've heard of the I Am poem, but I've never heard of the Where I'm From poem before. It's a similar sort of situation where you sort of repeat a phrase over and over again, but you take various details from your own life, plug them in, and you get this beautiful poem. And I feel like this is a great exercise for us to practice, not only as, the poem that it becomes, but it is a great stepping off point for thinking about our own creative nonfiction and things that we can write about our own lives. So it's kind of like a Mad Libs template, and I will share that with you in a moment. But once you have the 21 responses that you would fill in the blanks, you can have a complete poem. So I'm going to read to you the poem that I just wrote up using this, and then I'll take you through the 20 things that you would need to have to make the poem your own. So, Where I'm From by Nicole Rivera. I am from laptops, from iPhones and Echo shows. I am from cluttered comfort. I am from the sunflower, the crepe myrtle whose long gone limbs I remember as if they were my own. I am from popcorn picnics and crazy hair, from Bobby and Alex, and from hugs. I am from Charity Begins at Home and Respect Nature, and I've been working on the railroad. I'm from poker games. I'm from Brooklyn and Sicily, Ireland and Philly, macaroni and meatballs and corned beef and cabbage. From Irene, who worked in vaudeville, but didn't let Grandma call her mom. I am from baseball cards, Hummels, and Grandpa's furniture, mostly swept away in floods or gathering dust in corners. So it's, a pretty fun little snapshot of where I am from. But it really was just sort of like a Mad Libs that I put together. And so here's the written out version of the Mad Libs, and then I also have the 20 or so questions that you need to answer in order to do all that. So grab a pen and piece of paper, because here they come. I want you to answer these 20 questions. I believe it's 20. Okay, number 1. Write down an everyday item in your home. Number 2, write down 2 products or everyday items in your home. So you can say product names, or you can just say other things that are in your house. Like I had picked iPhones and Echo shows. I had read someone else's poem that wrote Tostitos and something else. I don't remember what it was. Okay. Number 3, description of your home. And then follow that with number 4, a sensory detail of your home. So a smell or feel or a taste that reminds you of home. Number 5 is to just write down some natural item, a plant or a flower or other natural item. Number 6 is a plant or a tree near your home. Number 7, write down a family tradition. Number 8, a family trait. Number 9 is 2 family members. I guess you can put in more if you have more. The template had 2 blanks. Number 10 had 2 family habits. 11 is things you were told as a child. And again, that's 2 different things that you were told as a child. 12 is a song or saying you learned as a child. 13 is a family tradition. 14 is place of birth. 15 is family ancestry, nationality, or place. Now I've lost track of my numbers. The next one is family foods. And the template has blanks for 2 different family foods. Next up is a story about a family member. And follow that up with a detail about that story or the person in that story, or, some person in that story. Finally, we're going to end off with description of family mementos, pictures, or treasures, and the location of those mementos. Are they still somewhere, under your bed or on your wall, or is it more of like they're just in your memory or in your heart? And then there's space if you want to add any more description at the end to add that description at the end. But otherwise, those are all the things that you need to create this poem. So next up is going to be the poem itself. Okay, you're going to see the poem is really bare bones and just sounds like nothing. If I were just to read it to you, it's I am from blank and blank. So I'm not going to read it to you. I'm going to put it up on the screen with the what you should be putting in each of the blanks, kind of like I said, like a Mad Lib. And you're going to go through the process, plug in all of those answers that you just wrote down, and you will have a poem that sounds similar to mine, but obviously completely different because it's going to have all of your details within. And I think, like I said, this is an artifact of its own. And I actually did one with my husband before this. I'm going to ask his parents to do them because I think these are just beautiful artifacts for all of us to have. Number 1. Number 2, as this is a creative nonfiction exercise, I think this is something that we can use as our own jumping off point for writing some creative nonfiction, perhaps essays or going further with the poem, maybe thinking outside the box and really expanding this. But remember this idea of going back to basics. Think back to all of the different things that we've done, either in elementary school or junior high or what have you. And what would you today do with that same exercise or prompt? I think we could have a lot of fun with those things. One more thing that I want to add before I go is that there is an I Am From project online, and I'll put the description in the show notes, that is looking to collect these poems from everyone, kids and adults, and they did not have an idea of what they were going to do with them just yet, but it's something to think about. If you like the way your poem came out, you can send it along to them as well. Otherwise, here is the poem. Okay. I would love to hear or read what you guys have. So if you want to share your Where I'm From poem in the comments, that would be great. Otherwise, check the show description for all of the links that I discussed. Have a wonderful week. Thank you as always, and happy writing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your writer friends. And if you need anything else from Stop Writing Alone, head to stopwritingalone.com.